Metal-heads.de.
Hello Metalheads, today we're in Cologne at the Yacht Club. There's the soundcheck for Laura Cox Band. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
And it's the Burning Brides tour and it's running for 5 days in Germany, I think.
Yeah. It's our last gig here in Germany. Then we're heading to Paris to have a few days off. And then we're coming back to Germany for 3 gigs this month. So we're really happy to be here.
And I met some fans out there, still waiting. Yeah. And they told me 2 days ago it was sold out and really crowded.
Yeah, the Blues Garage was a really nice rock and roll club like we had never seen in France. And it was really special, really great. I hope we can come back there.
Okay, and let's talk about the upcoming album. Yeah. What can you tell us about it?
It's more personal than the previous one. I was more. I don't know. The lyrics meant more to me than the previous one, because the previous one I wrote part of the lyrics with Mathieu, the other guitarist in the band, and this one I was mostly alone to write the lyrics, and so it feels more myself. As for the instrumental part, we're less classic rock than in between, than the previous album, and it's more like we have softer songs and harder songs, but less in between.
Okay, that was something I wanted to ask. There are a lot of songs like "As I Am," which sounds personal, and you just said it, so. There are a few songs that read like classic, sad, love songs, sad blues songs. Is it really personal or is it fictionary?
It depends on the songs, actually. There are some songs that are fictional and others that means more to me. It really depends, but mainly this album, is more personal, like I said.
Okay. In the press bio I read that your influences are CC Top, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, you're under 30. How do you come to such bands?
So these bands are my main influences. I think that my dad had something to do with that, because he's English. But I'm French. I've always lived in France, and when I was little, he used to listen to great music like country music, classic rock music, like Dire Straits, AC/DC, Johnny Cash, and bands like that. So I think it really helped me. And then I met some friends in high school, and we started to listen rock and roll, and I began interested in playing guitar, so I think that started like this.
Yeah, and you started really late, I think about 14.
Yeah, I wish I could have started earlier, but
because you're such a bad guitarist now.
No, but I know some guitarists that started around 5 years old, and it's really early. And I don't have any musicians in my family, so nobody was telling me you should start to play an instrument. I just had the idea myself when I was in high school, but I wish I would have started earlier.
And how did you learn guitar? In school, or did you have private teachers?
Yeah, I had a teacher. I took lessons with a teacher, a great teacher, for 4 years. So the first 4 years were lessons, and then I stopped because the teacher lived far away from my home, and it was complicated. But I think that helped me a lot too. This guy was great, and he motivated me to keep on playing and practicing, and so I think it helped too.
And after that, how did you improve your guitar play?
I spent a lot of time watching videos on YouTube. and that's the second part of my education, I think. So I spent lots of time, and I was watching YouTubers covering rock solos, and I thought, yeah, I want to do the same thing, and maybe I can motivate other guitarists to upload their videos, and we can share our passion together. So yeah.
Is there a difference between watching YouTube videos or going to a concert and see the guitarists play live?
Yeah, I think so. I prefer playing with my band live, and I prefer going to concerts and going to see a real show than just being in front of my screen on my computer. But yeah, I think you can feel rock and roll when you go to a show. So this is my favorite part of being an artist, I think.
Oh, that's exactly what Zakk Wylde said.
Oh, yeah?
I asked him, how can someone become a better guitar player? Or he said, well, go out, watch them play and learn.
Yeah, and it took me a long time to do that, because at first I was really shy in my room, just filming myself with a little camera and recording solos. And then I met Mathieu, the other guitarist in the band, and he told me that. He told me, you know, music is about sharing with others, and you have to go out, and maybe we should start a band. And the band started that way.
Sharing is a good point, and that is another good point. When I found out about new music, I go to my dad and say, hey, yeah, that's something that you could like, and he always tell me, no. The Beatles, the Stones, Creedence, Chuck Berry. There's nothing new or better. What do you think about it?
I like older music too. But I'm really glad that today we have new rock bands that are here on the rock and roll scene and that are great. So it makes me think that rock and roll is still here. Like these past years, I've listened to a lot of bands like Hailstorm, Blackstone Cherry, Blackberry Smoke. These kind of bands that are recent bands. And I love them, and these are new bands, so it gives me hope for the future.
Do you know the Glorious Sons from Canada?
No.
No. They supported the Stones 2 years ago or last year in France.
Oh.
And the singer told me that he wanted to transform the rock and roll, the old rock, to a modern rock.
Yeah.
So perhaps you could listen to them, and that leads me directly to another question. How do you discover new music? Spotify, YouTube, or whatever? Friends?
I don't remember. Maybe with the guitar magazines, Facebook, with the I think I discovered Hailstorm thanks to Gibson Facebook page when Lizzie Hale had her Explorer signature guitar. Yeah, I think I discovered a lot of great bands on Facebook. Mm-mm.
What about Instagram?
Instagram is kind of new for me because 2 years ago I didn't have a smartphone. I didn't want to have a smartphone, and Mathieu told me you have to buy a smartphone because when we are on tour you have to be connected with people, and I didn't want to, but I had no choice. He ordered it for me. And now I feel it's really important to be connected, like he said. And now I try not to spend too much time on the internet, but yeah, Instagram has become really important, more than Facebook, I think, because my posts reach more people on Instagram, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at our page too.
Yeah.
Facebook is going down, and
yeah.
Okay, somehow I lost the point. Perhaps you have something to tell, and I can think of another question.
I don't know. Everything is going great. I think we're coming back. We'll be coming back to Germany next year around April. I think in April, and I'm not sure if we're going to come near Cologne this time, but. Yeah, we're releasing our new album on November 8th, Burning Bright, and then we'll start touring Europe and France, and we'll see what happens.
And it will be released on CD and on vinyl.
Yeah, CD and vinyl, and digital and everything you want. Yeah.
I don't care about digital, so
Yeah.
this is a vinyl edition limited, like the first one. It was limited to 500 and is sold out since forever.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know yet. What I know is that we will have a standard edition in vinyl, and maybe later we'll do a limited edition. But I have to see with the record company. I'm not sure yet, but it's a good idea, I think.
What do you like more? CD, vinyl, digital, or Spotify?
CDs, because I think I'm the CD generation. There's a lot of people of my age that don't buy CD anymore, but we play old rock and roll. So I know that fans that listen to our music will buy a physical thing like a CD. But yeah, I've been buying CDs all my life, so I keep on doing that. I've never had something to read vinyl, so I never had any vinyl. But maybe I should start doing that. But yeah. Obviously, when we are on tour, I'm always listening to music on my iPod or an MP3. But when I'm at home, I like buying CDs.
Okay. I thought about a question, but it didn't come to me. How much time do we have left? Oh, okay, still some time left. So, yeah, the fans I spoke to outside, they're about 15, 16, 17 shows they attended of you since your debut. So, do you have many fans who really follow you and travel after you?
We have some, and I like to have a connection with these fans because they're really involved in the band. So yeah, we have I can think of some names. Every time we go to Germany, we see the same faces and new faces. That's really great. But I know that tonight there'll be some people that I know, and I'm really happy about it.
Perhaps you want to greet them here?
Oh, hello. Yeah, hello. No, we'll see. We'll see tonight. We'll have a drink together, and I hope they enjoy the show.
So, do you come after the show to the merch and talk to the fans?
Yeah, every time at every show, unless there's a really special, like my voice is completely dead and I have to sing the next day. But at every single show, I'm at the merchandising after. Because I really like doing that, just speaking with people after the show, hear what they thought about it, and most of the time it's a really positive experience. So I really like doing that.
What do you think about VIP packages when people pay to come earlier and meet and greet the band?
We don't do that in our band. I don't know. I think that. You can do that when you're really famous, but for now, I just want to keep it natural for our band. I think it's just great how we can just speak to each other like friends, and they don't have to pay for that yet. No, they don't have to pay for that.
Okay, and I got another question. Oh, it lost me. I have to think about it. Yeah, shit happens, no?
You already asked everything you wanted to ask.
No, it came to my mind, but then it just blew away as I said it. And
as you want.
Perhaps you can greet someone that I will think again. I will think about it. I'm thinking. Okay, are there other influences in the old bands? You mentioned Hailstorm, Black Sun Cherry,
Yeah.
and
You want to know what...
Modern influences, perhaps. You said, I read Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
It's a little bit outstanding compared to the others.
I love Sheryl Crow. I don't know why, because she's not really playing rock and roll. But I went to see her because she doesn't play in France anymore. But I went to see her with a friend of mine when she played in Manchester a few months ago, and it was so great. But it's I don't know. I can't really give you a reason why I love Sheryl Crow, but she's one of my favorite artists. And as a singer, she's one of my role model. I think she has a great career, and she keeps on doing what she loves with her children, and it's great. But yeah, it's not really the kind of music I'm listening to the most. You know, it's not really rock and roll, but I love her.
Okay, your 2 or 3 most favorite songs of her?
I'm listening to, in the van when we were arriving to the venue earlier today, I was listening to her new album, and there's a song in this album that I really like with Chris Stapleton. It's called "Tell Me When It's Over," and I really like that song. For the older songs, I really like "There Goes the Neighborhood," and there's so many songs that I like. A song called "Home," I like it, I love it. But yeah, they aren't really my main influences for the music we play.
Okay, my question came back to me. So you're a really old-fashioned girl, no smartphone, and perhaps that leads me to my question: how do you write songs? Is it as a band together, or you're sending files?
No, we mostly come up with the guitar riff first. Most of the time it works that way with us. I write the songs with Mathieu, the other guitarist in the band. So guitar first, then we have the structure of the song, and then we add the lyrics together. And when we have that, we rehearse with the François and Antonin, the bass player and the drummer, to arrange the entire song. But yeah, no, and sometimes I like to send some files first before going into rehearsal. That way we have the song in our head first. But yeah, I write songs with Mathieu, the other guitarist in the band.
It sounds more old-fashioned than most of the bands do today.
Oh yeah, I don't really, I don't know what they're doing today, so if you say so, yeah.
Something I hear, and that's, I met a band, they're in the business for 30 years, and they played a concert, and they had amps. The soundman was, hey, amps, I fucking like it, because most bands don't do it again anymore.
Yeah, no, it's you're right. I don't know what to say about it, but yeah, it's like in our band, it's like a mix between old-fashioned way and a modern way, because we send files, but we like to find the structure and the core of the song first. Both with Mathieu, and we recorded on my phone to have something we can remember, and yeah.
What do you like more? Writing songs, recording songs, or going out on stage and playing them live?
Not the studio, because recording songs is a really hard experience. But I think I like being on stage more. Being on tour, on stage and with the guys on the bus, and it's cool. It's really it's exhausting, but it's cool. Yeah, I think it's the more rock and roll part of the artist life. So.
Okay, and now I'm really running out of questions. So thank you, and
thank you.
Looking forward to the show.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks.
Metal-heads.de